Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And let's crack a Red Bull real quick before we jump into this and dig into what I like to call the Ross specials. If you watch my toy reviews at all, or I'm sorry, my toy hunts at all, you know that I hit up Ross multiple times a week. I've got 3 that are kind of in my area, so I'm always looking for the good deals, especially if I can find some good Star Wars wrestlers, that kind of stuff. All the stuff that's really in my wheelhouse, or anything that I can pick up for like the kids for Christmas, Make-A-Wish, or I'm sorry, not Make-A-Wish, but the Christmas stuff that they do every year, the toys drop off, Toys for Tots, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you got a Ross near you, you got to be checking it out, especially if you're a collector of the Wars or any kind of the big names. But anyway, I went ahead and picked these guys up. I did not have a Cassian, so I picked up 2 of those. And then I wasn't sure on the Woof or the Nikto Skiff Guard guy here. I wasn't sure if I already had them. I did already have them on card, so good news is I get to crack them open. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we're going to jump right in here with good old Cassian Andor. Rip into him. Come on. Let's get out of that plastic prison that you've been in for far, far too long. Plastic shell here. Good to go. Just have a little blaster, but I'm not too awful worried about that. Let's see. Let's see if we can get him out of that little plastic tape going on here for his blaster. Let me get that out for you. There we go. Alright, so starting off with said blaster, just a very simple, typical 3 3/4 scale blaster. Nothing to write home about. He does come with a little Imperial hat here. Pretty nice, good detail there. Good design on his little greebly on the top of his head. Does fit right on top of his head, so that's nice to see. But good lightness, kind of a, oh, what's that look? What's that? You want me to do what? Do a mission to wear? Steal what? Okay. You know, kind of look there, but very nice on the armor plating here. Good silver on the belt. Does have a weapon holder for his pew-pew. Again, some good details here on his back. I do like that a lot. Looks really good. And then, of course, he's got his shoes nice and dirtied up there. I know that these are, from what I understand, inaccurate, which Uncle BJ informed me of. So these are inaccurate boots. So that's kind of a bummer, especially when I'm sure they already have the tooling for something like this. So come on, Hasbro, get that right. And but in the end, I don't think that's why this ended up at Ross for the $3.99. So I think it's just one of those things where people have a Cassian, they didn't really feel like they needed this, so people pass. But a very good figure and a very underrated one, I would say. One that I'm kind of, obviously I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger early, but one that I would have liked to have even at the full price. So pretty cool Cassian figure there. Alright, next up to bat is Woof, I guess, which is trademark, so just so you know. From the 40th Return of the Jedi line here. And one thing that, you know, I'm not usually a package guy, but I really hate that we don't get a blurb anymore. I would love a blurb. A nice little history of, you know, the character, you know, as seen on, you know, Jabba's sail barge, or in the cantina when they have the aliens, stuff like that, you know, a little, you know, finishing up with his adventures as a bounty hunter, smuggler, or, you know, whatever for different characters. It's just, it's kind of lame that they just don't do that anymore. That's a lot to it, and especially for some of these people that, you know, aren't really deep into the lore. I consider myself pretty good. Obviously, Uncle BJ's a little more. He got a few years head start on me on the Star Wars lore and stuff like that. So, so for those people that, you know, don't have that ability to just know all this lore and stuff, it'd be nice for, you know, them to be able to just pick it up and read kind of about the character and what the character's got going on. So just my little tangent there, but now let's look at his little pew pew blaster here. Nice little silver accent, so a little more detail on this one, but still a very flimsy, very like loosey-goosey plastic there, as you can tell. Then he has his little kind of poking and prodding weapon, which is very nice with the silver tip and kind of little silver accents and little extra parts there. So pretty nice actually. They kind of went a little extra on this, and I do appreciate that. And moving on here, he does have a headpiece that comes on and off, so it definitely looks better on. But nice little chest piece there, a little bandolier with weapons, and a very good soft goods loincloth type He-Man thing he's got going on there. But very nice kind of old school feel to it. I do like that a lot. And the green on him definitely pops. His face is really good. I mean, that's a nice face. Definitely no emotion to it, but I don't think he needs emotion. I think he's, you know, pretty good at what it is. And for customizers out there, then you know, it'd be nice to have you could pop this head off and put him on a different body, things like that, to kind of make use of this. So especially at Ross for that price, I would say that's a pretty good idea. And then on to Nikto, obviously one of the skiff men, so I get to add, I think I have either a vintage Nikto on my skiff next to my sail barge, or maybe a old Saga type collection fella there, but I will definitely be replacing him with this version. Let's go ahead and give him a little pop. Oh no. His little headpiece came off there, no problem at all. So his little poking and prodding weapon, not as detailed on the paint wise anyway, but definitely does have, it seems, let me have a quick look, yeah. So it definitely is a different, either plastic color, or they did do a paint job. I think it's just a different plastic for that top piece there. But you know, not a whole lot going on there, just a quick little, you know, melee type weapon there. Kind of back to the old ways on this blaster, a very simple silver blaster, not too much to write home about. So you got that going. Little headpiece here for the character. Again, nothing too crazy, but good detail on it, so that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get the figure. And look at that face. That is a mean looking face right here. This kind of reminds me of the some of the aliens from The Last Starfighter. So if you've seen that movie, give us a like at the bottom if you've seen Last Starfighter. Actually, you know what? If you made it this far, comment down Last Starfighter rules. That would be pretty cool, because that is a movie that does not get the love that it deserves. But yeah, pretty cool. I do like the colors here. The very kind of like light, limeish, definitely lighter than, almost like a turquoise-esque green kind of color there. I could be wrong on my color scheme. I only got the red, white, and blue going on in my brain. You know how it is out there. But a very good color, I think. The little chest kind of gauntlet protector here looks really nice. I do like the stitching on this is cool too. It kind of reminds me of like a medieval look to it with the kind of heavy stitching. So pretty neat there. Moving down to this boots, got some kind of nice strip down there. Very nice little protective, almost like an armor plate here on his feet. But overall, a very nice figure. You know, and this feels good too. That's the other thing. Uncle BJ recently did a review on a Captain Rex, and you definitely get the difference here. Plastic-wise, this feels nice. This is nice and firm. Feels good when it moves. It's a little thicker plastic. It's got a little more oomph to it. So like some of those clones just come off a little weebly wobbly. So not too great for those. But this one, I have no problem with this at all. Alright, got the whole crew lined up here, and I gotta say, great figures. You know, they're not the big Luke Skywalkers, Mandalorian, all that type of stuff, but man, these are banger figs. I really like these. These kind of surprised me, and very glad to have them. And I'm very glad to have them at the price point that I got them at Ross. You know, as I said, paid less for all three of these than what the current single release Vintage Collection figure is going for, so super stoked to have it. I'm gonna get it up there next to my sail barge in just a minute, but before I head out, gotta give the good old reminder to go ahead and hit us with that like, hit us with a comment. Don't forget Last Starfighter down below, and of course subscribe to the channel. I think Facebook's doing a little meddling with our subscribers, so if you will do us a favor and fight the power and hit us with that comment and those subscriptions, that would be awesome. But either way, we'll be back tomorrow with a new vid, so do us a favor, throw one back with us, will you? But until next time, I am going to throw one back, and we'll see you then.